Welcome to the Champion's Corner, where sales training meets the mindset of a champion. I'm McCain, former Canadian champion, world bronze medalist, and your coach in the world of sales. I took the discipline, focus, and resilience from boxing and brought it into business. Here, we turn sales pros into sales champions with real tactics and winning mindsets. So lace up, keep your guard up, and let's get to work. You're in the Champion's Corner. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my first podcast. I'm McCain, proud dad to a teenage daughter, country music fan, news junkie, fitness fanatic, and a former Canadian amateur champion and world bronze medalist. Now, I've always said my claim to fame was being on the 1983 Canadian boxing team with Lennox Lewis. But when I really think about it, meeting Muhammad Ali was right up there too. I was born in Toronto, but my formative years were spent in Bathurst, New Brunswick. I graduated from Bathurst High School in 1982. Yep, the 80s. I'm aging myself a little bit here. And after I finished high school, I joined the Summer Youth Military Program. It was really intense. There were 32 students, full military discipline, and a daily test of mental, physical, and emotional strength. I can tell you, it really changed me. I remember at the end of the program, I was chosen as the top recruit. One of the supervisors said, if I had to go to war, I'd want this guy beside me. That moment made me believe I had leadership skills and the heart to persevere through anything. That was a real awakening for me. Like many boxers, I came from a tough background. We lived in low-income housing, and I often felt like I didn't belong, like I was less than. We didn't own a car, let alone a bike. I thought anyone who had 2 phones or 2 TVs at that time was rich. If there were color TVs, that blew my mind. It was over the top. My mom, she was the rock of our family. She pushed us to do better, no matter how little we had. I lost her to cancer in 2022. If your mom is still around, give her a hug. Tell her what she means to you. And if you can say it without getting emotional, say it again. That love runs deep. Boxing found me at the right time. I was average at every sport I played, but when I walked into the boxing gym, I felt like I belonged. It was like breathing for the first time. My Uncle Harry on my father's side was a local boxing legend. His story deserves its own documentary. Seriously. He died tragically in a plane crash en route to a national title fight in 1954, and he was only 22 years old. We trained in a high school gym with no equipment, no real equipment, just heavy bags hanging from basketball hoops and 4 chairs for sparring. If we didn't have at least 4 people to sit in the chairs, we didn't get to spar. But one thing we did have, we had grit, we had heart, and we had passion. In 1983, I qualified for the Canada Games and won the gold medal in the welterweight division, live on CBC. That win earned me a spot on the national team and the chance to compete in the World Championships in the Dominican Republic. But before that, we fought in Finland and Sweden. I'll never forget seeing a newspaper with a picture of Sweden's top boxer, the guy I'd be fighting. I didn't even know how to convert kilograms to pounds back then, but I figured it out, got in the ring, and I beat him. Won fighter of the night. That win took me to the Worlds. I faced some incredible fighters, including Australia's Troy Waters, who was undefeated at the time. That was the toughest fight of my life, but I won. Eventually, I lost in the semifinals to a fighter from Bulgaria, but that loss taught me more than most wins I've ever had. Later, I earned a university degree from Dalhousie University and eventually an MBA from St. Mary's, all while working full-time. I worked for some of Canada's biggest companies, McCain Foods, HG Heinz, Maple Leaf Foods. These were elite organizations that invested in sales training and personal development. That's where I really began to build my foundation in sales. I also co-owned McCain Meats, where I had to sell or sink. I hustled hard, door to door, retailer to retailer. I even landed our first beef jerky sale in all 1,500 Starbucks locations. It was amazing. That took 3 years, but we did it. Eventually, we got into every major grocery chain in Canada, Loblaws, Sobeys, Farm Boy, Co-ops, and more. It was true salesmanship. One of the most satisfying wins was landing Thrifties out in Vancouver Island. I left the first meeting with a 100 case order, and I never ever thought, or we never thought we could probably get the order, but Fortunately, I was able to leave with 100 cases. After selling my shares with McCain, I moved into wholesale, retail, government, food service, and more. I've worked with CEOs and frontline teams alike. Over the years, people kept asking me about the connection between boxing and sales. It wasn't always obvious at first, but once I explained it, it clicked. The discipline, the resilience, the ability to bounce back, the mental preparation, the fundamentals. Just like in the ring, success in sales is all about the basics. Showing up every day and executing with composure and focus. Eventually, I knew I had to do something with this. I created the Champions Corner to share what I've learned, to help salespeople perform at a higher level, and to bring you strategies from both the ring and the real world that gets results. If you're a business owner, team leader, or individual sales pro, I can help you improve performance, sharpen your team's approach, and boost your numbers. Visit markkellymclean.com to join my free VIP club so you don't miss out on exclusive content, knockout sales strategies, and future episodes. Enroll in my sales training program or book me for a live seminar or team session. That's it for episode 1. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just getting started, and I hope you'll stick with me in the Champions Corner. That's it for this round of the Champions Corner. If you're serious about leveling up, head over to markkellymclean.com and join my free VIP club. You'll get access to knockout sales strategies in every new podcast episode. While you're there, sign up for my sales training program or book me to lead a seminar for your team. I'm Mark Kelly McClain. Stay sharp, stay hungry, and I'll see you in the next episode.